Welcome back in this morning's What's Going Around. We are continuing to follow the increase in flu cases in our area and across the region. And according to the CDC's flu map, Missouri has now been bumped up into the high category right there. And then we see in Arkansas, that's also moved up into the very high category. We spoke with Nathan Confarnas. He's an epidemiologist with the state. He says despite an increase in the numbers, this isn't abnormal.
Not seeing signs of like a plateau or a drop off yet. Every flu season is different, so there are, there's typically always at least one peak in a flu season. Sometimes that comes a little earlier, sometimes it comes a little later. We're kind of right in the middle of a typical flu season right now, so this isn't totally unexpected for us to see an increase, but we definitely as a state seem to be on the upward trend right now.
And here's a look at the Missouri Health and Senior Services website, which shows where we're at compared to years past. So again, I want to show you this curve right here. This is 24-25. So as you can kind of see, this was 21 right there into 22, but this was 22 when we actually were running out of hospital beds. We had that big spike in RSV. So it just kind of helps to put it into perspective. You can see this is a late surge, and we are seeing predominantly 98% of those cases that influenza A, that upper respiratory. And with flu season usually not getting over till May, we're going to have a long ways to go. But he says school closures are happening in our area, but it isn't just the flu that's to blame.
Say anecdotally, it feels like more than maybe a lot of years this year. But the one thing I will say that, as we get those reports and we investigate those, it doesn't seem to be a single cause. And that's not that unusual for this time of year too. So there's some norovirus going around, a gastrointestinal illness causes nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. That's contributing to that. There's other respiratory and viral illnesses that are contributing too.
He says the best form of protection is to get your flu vaccine, but he says flu numbers have been going down every year for the past 5 years. We're actually seeing the lowest in quite some time. So this is also the CDC's flu vaccination chart right here. So this green line right here, this is actually the 24-25 flu season. So you can see that sitting there on the bottom of years past. But there is still time to go out and get your flu shot. And of course, like a broken record, stay home if you're sick and practice good hand hygiene.